welcome to another soul session. Today's session is about the things you need to know, either from your person or the things that are just being hidden from you when it comes to life, love, or anything else you have going on. We are going to start with the collective messages and then we're going to get into the zodiac messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you for spending this part of your day, your evening, your moment with me, Soul Tribe, and of course, Spirit. Welcome back to another edition, right, of the Sunrise Soul Sessions. We're going to get into today's message. I pray that these messages find who they are supposed to find, and any negative energy thrown this way, thrown to the way of the collective, shall be transmuted into the collective's highest and greatest good. That being said, we're opening up to why. As you are about to start this new life, because we get the messages, right? We've gotten message after message after message about a new day dawning for you, a new life starting for you, but there's some hidden information, some things that you don't know that is going to be revealed to you this week. We heard this message either in yesterday's session or Monday's session that there's still some things you need to know as I start to lose my voice, right? Because they don't want you to hear this. There's still some things you need to know about the people, places, and things you've been called to release, right? This is a reminder. Whatever you've been called to release, let it go, right? Be like my girl as Elsa and let it go. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about what's being hidden from them? What do they need to know to help them continue on their journey? I don't like that that came out in reverse, but we're going to leave that right there. Mm, then we're going to use this deck. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know when it comes to life and love? This is the collective message, right? Take only what resonates and leave the rest. I know someone asked for timestamps. These are recorded live if you're watching this on the replay. So, yeah. We're getting into the collective message if you're just joining us. And then we're going to pull the zodiac specific messages, which could be for your sun, moon, and or rising sign, or your person's sun, moon, or rising sign. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this beautiful Wednesday? Today is a 2 day, right? Because it's the 20th, and 20th is 2. It's a day of balance. This is why your guides led you here to get the messages that you need to know to continue on your journey, right? Right before you start that new life. Don't forget to like the live as you're coming in, and whatever thoughts, feelings that you're having as these messages come out, as long as they're respectful, put them in the comments and we'll get back to them soon as I'm done with the channeling. The flower of life, right? This talks about the cycle of creation. It's said to symbolize the foundation of time and space, but this is really confirming that you're still in that liminal space, the space between who you were and who you are becoming. There's still some shedding, some releasing, some letting go that needs to be done. And you are reminded for the umpteenth time, right, that everything you're called to let go of is making space, making room for everything you've been praying for. The card that fell on the floor, we're not going to take. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? What else does the collective need to know on this Wednesday? Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury. It's a good day to have those difficult conversations. Starting with chaos and conflict and time to go. We saw this yesterday come out for the collective, right? Signifying that chaos and conflict is coming to an end. Whatever delays that you are encountering on your journey to love, your journey to success, your journey to good health, your journey to prosperity is very necessary. This pause is there for you to double check everything, right? Check your list twice, dot your I's, cross your T's. Also, make sure whatever you're asking for, hoping for, wanting, desiring, you are actually ready to receive. Understand that while it may seem slow, it may seem like nothing is happening, when you get the all clear, where you get the all aboard and your train's about to leave the station, things are going to shift for you very, very quickly. So get ready. Don't see this moment as a delay. Don't see this moment as time being wasted. This is a moment for you to really speak your truth when it comes to the things that you want, clearly express. Of course, throat is going to come out on a Wednesday, right? Mercury's Day, right? With that communication, make sure you are expressing yourself at work, at home, saying what you need and allowing the space for it to happen. Now, this wanted to come out while we were shuffling, right? It flipped over between the cards and snuck itself back in. The season of poverty, the season of having not enough, the season of life, right, where things didn't quite work out, or you were going through a moment where it truly felt like if it wasn't one thing, it was another. It was just mishap after mishap after mishap that kind of tied you into this position of not moving forward. You're gonna get that all clear and you're gonna get that all clear soon because a new day is dawning, right? With this 37, which is 10, and 10 is 1, the beginning of cycles, you are reminded that cycles need to end for new cycles to begin. Whatever you've been called to release, release it and speak your truth. This is the most important part of the message, to speak your truth. Say what it is you want and then hold space for it to happen. And anybody or anything that doesn't align with your truth, let it go. Next, we have your confirmation that things are about to get a lot better. If you're just joining us, we're going through the collective message and then we'll do the messages for the signs. The six, right? 51 is six. Six is the number of balance. Six is also the number of lovers. Side note, some of you are going to find out exactly the reason why it didn't work out with your person, even though you both mhm, have a lot of love for one another, right? The secrets your person has been hiding, which makes them ineligible, you guys are saying, to go with you on this next leg of your journey. And it feels like this message is for someone in particular. While your person's a very masculine energy, right? They can be a Gemini, Pisces energy. This is someone who kept their darkest, deepest secrets away from you, not to mislead you, right? Not to cause you harm, but if you knew, you wouldn't want to deal with them. You would think less of them, right? They didn't want you to see them in a certain light, but whatever demons they were dealing with, they currently got the best of them. And your guides don't want you any anywhere near the drama that's about to happen. You're about to enter your land of milk and honey, and for some of you, you were supposed to go with that person, but they didn't do what they were supposed to do, so they can't come with you. Going back to what came out with chaos and conflict, right? Whatever you were called to release, whoever you were called to let go of, let them go. Worst case scenario, you'll never hear from them again. Best case scenario, walking away is exactly what's needed for this person to wake up, right? You are entering a stage, right, where you are not only divinely protected as you enter into your land of milk and honey. Anyone that thinks that they can rob you, further delay, or even prevent you from reaching that success, that prosperity, that Wish fulfillment that answered prayers will be dealt with swiftly, and you're going to see for yourself who these people are, so move accordingly. This imprisonment card, we know some people are going to jail, right? We know because it came up in other readings, some people are going away for fraud, but this also feels like the energy of finally being released from everything and everyone that's been holding you back, keeping you back from manifesting your happily ever after. Next, we have Yang with a confirmation with that one. This is beautiful energy. Let's just sit here for a little bit and honor the fact that we've received confirmation after confirmation that a terrible, hard, challenging, not so good cycle is coming to an end. And a cycle of wish fulfillment is about to begin, especially after that Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is fire energy, full moon. Do not forget, right? We were pushed that during the Taurus new moon that came in on the 15th, right? To make your demands, make your prayers, make your intentions, make your wishes known, make them clear, make them actionable, right? Taurus energy wanted to ground, wanted to make sure that you planted good seeds so you can reap a good harvest. And then Mars went into Taurus, and then Venus and the moon. Like we had this lovely push in the energy of being grounded, right? All your second house matters, the house of money, possessions, value, stability, being dealt with. By the time we hit the full moon, right, in Sagittarius, which is a blue moon, you're going to see a lot of what you've planted start to take root. And if you don't, revise the plan and try again. It is only with the heart that one can see brightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. This is a good moment, these 2 weeks between the full new moon and the full moon is a good moment to meditate. Hold that vision of your happily ever after because it's coming in, especially if you were born on March 1st or the 31st of any given month. It's about to go down. But are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you willing to not only enjoy the good parts of that wish fulfillment, but the challenging parts of that wish fulfillment as well. Because you do know that new job comes with new routines and new levels. And of course, with new levels come new devils. Like, are you going to be like, is the paycheck worth it? And this is why they've been asking the collective to really dream big and then dream bigger. Because a lot of you weren't asking for enough. You weren't asking for the thing that you really, really wanted. Ask for the thing that you really wanted. Nothing is impossible, especially since you know that you're possible. But during a blue moon, a season, a month where we have a blue moon, where the cosmos are telling you that those once in a blue moon opportunities, those once in a lifetime opportunities are coming in for you, hold space, make room to receive it. If you're just joining us, we're almost done with the collective, and then we're going to get into the messages for the signs. Do not forget to like the live to keep us relevant in the algorithm. The last message is here and now. Confirmation that you are indeed in the liminal space between who you were and who you are becoming. Honor this moment. A lot of changes with this 32, which is 5, and 5 is the number of change. A lot of changes are going on in the background. They don't want you to worry about a thing. Regardless of what it looks like, you are being ushered into your season. And as we heard yesterday, your era of wish fulfillment on every single level. Let the angels and your guides and your ancestors do what they have to do while you enjoy the ride. Hermit, a moment of introspection, right? Seeking guidance, solitude, another confirmation to make time to meditate. Hold that vision of what you have as your happily ever after. And then prepare for it to manifest. They're showing me an incident that happened in New York. You are reminded to pay attention to the signs. A lot of times, right before you reach your land of milk and honey, everything is coming at you to stop you, especially those of you who've been under spiritual attack, right? If you've been with us a while, or you've received my messages, or have had mentorship or life coaching, spiritual life coaching with me, one of the biggest things that you learn is to trust that still inner voice. When it tells you not to go out, don't go out. When it tells you to get up and leave, leave. When it tells you to shift, shift without question. Do not let the have to ness, oh, I have to be here. Oh, I promised so and so I would do this. Oh, my job needs me to be here and I need to. Mm-mm. When that small voice comes in, listen, okay? Mature woman, right? Being that responsible person that stands in their sovereignty. That while you do have that job and you do have those responsibilities and you have your family and people have that expectation of you, people put many expectations of you. Don't let their expectations trump your intuition. You are on a journey, a sacred journey of becoming. Do not let anyone's expectations or what they think you should be doing stop you from listening to your inner voice, because that is going to be the very thing that stops you from having that abundance, having that prosperity, having that wish fulfilled. That incident in New York, a lot of people thought that the lady wasn't paying attention. She was on her phone. She was in a rush when she fell down the manhole. God rest her soul. She literally got out, parked her car, got out, took a step, and fell down. That's it, that's all. A reminder that your life can change, but also in a minute, but also a reminder to trust your intuition. And when your guides say, don't go somewhere, it takes you 2 seconds to reschedule plans, right? People may be disappointed when you switch up on them, right? Or have to change. But that call that comes in from spirit, that intuitive nudge that tells you, you shouldn't be doing that, can literally save your life. As a participant, right? I don't like to call myself a survivor, but having experienced 9/11, right? We'll call it that, and having the shared experience of not being where I was supposed to be that day. And so many people reporting after the fact that, they got delayed at home, right? They got stuck here. They just all of a sudden felt like not going to work on a random Tuesday in September. So they called out. And that what moment that seemed like randomness actually saved their life. So that is a reminder for someone that likes to, your guide said, people please, and they want you to cut that out. No more people pleasing in 2026. No more adhering to other people's schedules, right? You got to do what you got to do, especially when it comes to work and family. But once your intuition comes in and tries to shift you, follow that shift. Even if it turns out to be nothing, you have no idea what you were saved from in spirit. So really, really trust, especially now that we're going into summer, right? Really, really trust your intuition. Trust what your guides are showing you, and trust your ability to make the right decision, regardless of who has what to say about it, right? We didn't even get a what's the vibe, but that's okay. We'll do that tomorrow. We're going to get into the messages for the signs to hear what's the tea, right? Some of you have a person that's hiding information from you. We heard that, but when it came out, it didn't feel malicious, right? They were really not so much even pretending to be somebody that they're not. Well, kind of sort of, yeah. They just didn't want you to think less of them. But that secret is going to come to the light because it's currently undoing them. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to the tea they need to know, right? Five of Pentacles with the Strength card at the cut. Having the courage to walk away from the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. Full stop. Full stop, right? It either gives the space for that person to grow, right? And match your energy, or it holds the space to receive because we saw that in the general reading, right? Somebody who does match you on every single level. And of course, we have to use our West T deck with this one flying out. Anybody experiencing this know that the shift is coming, right? And as I always like to tell the collective, right? Shift your thoughts, you shift your life. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this day? What is the T for the signs, sun, moon, and or rising? Or it could be your sign or somebody in your life sign. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Starting with Aries, sun, moon, and or rising, you have the hangman, right? Pisces energy, Aquarius energy, being asked to look at things from a different perspective. Is your person really trying to piss you off, going out of their way to piss you off, or does your person have difficulty communication because they don't know how? You'll be surprised, regardless of a person's age, how many things that people just don't know how to do. It's not a personal attack. Aries, whatever you've been taking personally lately, stop. Stop. It's not what you think it is. Your guides and your angels are begging you to look at things from a different perspective. Release and walk away from everything that doesn't serve your highest good. But make sure you're seeing things for what they truly are. Not what you think they are or hope them to be, but what in reality they truly are. This is a good moment to lean into your objective thinking and definitely, not just Aries, but everybody, do not let the feelings, the emotions get the best of you. The period between the full moon, the new moon, and the full moon is going to be very, very volatile, right? It's firecracker energy. And it's very, very easy to let a misunderstanding turn into something huge and damaging, almost irreparable. A lot can be saved by just saying nothing and walk away. The tea you need to know on this day is somebody wants you back, right? Either a job or a lover. See what offers on the table before you say no. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want my ex back. And nah, sometimes you have to go back to go forward. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Some of you, especially those of you who are in the energy, whether you're an Aries or another sign, right? That part doesn't matter. If you're in the energy of still feeling triggered by the mention of your ex, baby, you still have work to do. In your mind, you may have think you let go, but until you forgive that person and their name doesn't disturb you, you haven't. Okay? Okay. Aries, anybody, any job that wants you back, hear what they have to offer and make sure you're receiving that information with a clear mind and a clear heart. Sit with it before actually giving them a response because whatever you say yes to has the potential to lock you in for a long, long time. Taurus, sun, moon, and all rising, you are definitely being asked to stand in the here and now. In the collective message, there was this push to make sure you're meditating, make sure you're holding that clear vision of what you want your life to look like, especially when it comes to love, right? Because we have Libra energy, and like you, Libra is ruled by Venus. What looks like stagnation is a moment for healing, is a moment for releasing all of the people, places, and things that you need to release. So when you get to your land of milk and honey, you can receive every good thing that the universe has for you with an open mind and an open heart. The tea that you need to know Whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been pouring effort into to bring you, I don't know why my voice is leaving, to bring you success, right? To bring you abundance. It's actually going to work out better than you can imagine. You might even have a Libra. There's an energy of somebody coming in that you don't see, some destiny helper. It could be a lover, right? But this is definitely somebody who is invested in seeing that dream that you have manifest into reality, seeing that seed that you planted actually bear good fruit. Stay focused, but keep your heart open to the different possibilities the universe is going to show you. And for a person or two, the reason why you haven't heard, if you're dealing with a Taurus, the reason why you haven't heard from them, and this is super specific, is because they've had their head down. The person you've been hoping to hear from, dear Taurus, or if you're dealing with a Taurus, it's like two of you, right? Your person has literally, they haven't been entertaining karmics. They haven't been in the streets. They're not even for the streets. Why would you think that? If your person's for the streets, it's definitely not for you. But they have been working very, very hard becoming the person they need to be to fit that vision of love that you have. Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. Hello, Gemini. Are you guys okay? What? With this 10 of swords in your energy, right? Because here we go, Gemini. Betrayal, completion, darkest hours, internal, painful. Mm, okay. I know who this is for, but I'm going to say it for the collective because, you know, somebody else may need to hear it as my flame goes wild on the side. If you guys can, well, this is hot. See that, right? Let me just pan over there. It's just going cray cray. All of a sudden, right? When I say Gemini, so I definitely know who this is for, but there are others of you who could benefit from the information, whether they're a Gemini, dealing with a Gemini or not. Bitterness. And cause people to do the craziest things. Somebody is heavy, 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 heavy in their bippity boppity boo. You know this. We talked about this, right? You're constantly reminded so that you stay on your P's and Q's. You're constantly reminded that this person is coming for you, so you constantly stay watch. Of course, we saw in the collective, right, with the Hamsa that you are protected, you are divinely insulated, right? But nothing is perfect. Your guys are doing what they have to do, but they also need you to do what you have to do. If you are dealing with a Gemini masculine, the reason why they couldn't come forward is because somebody is preventing them from moving on. Somebody who feels like they've moved on a long time ago, but whoever they were attached to before meeting you, that person, even though it feels like there's been nothing going on, right? No funny business. That person can't let them go. And they're doing every and anything they can to keep that person, your person, from moving on. They're trying to rob you of your happiness. That's the tea you need to know if you are dealing with a Gemini. Somebody is really trying to persuade your person, I'm hearing, to stay home, but home stopped being home a long, long time ago. Your person was probably like either stuck because of a lease agreement, mortgage agreement, and they are going through the process to take care of their legal ties to the property, but their heart has left the home long before they met you, right? In the future, people might say that you're the reason that took, you're the reason that caused this Gemini to leave their home. Doesn't even feel like they have a family. This is it feels like they just got with somebody that used them and they're untangling themselves from the situation. But you're going to be the one to blame, right? They're going to say, "Oh, you're the one that stole him away from me," but that's not the case at all. Some of you were divinely sent to a Gemini to help them get delivered from whatever spiritual trap they were a part of. Pray for them. Always pray for your person. Always, always, always. Regardless if you guys are together or not, because that actually does more to help them than you can possibly realize. Cancer, sun, moon, and or rising. And don't hesitate to put your questions, thoughts, feelings in the comments as long as they're respectable, right? It's a safe, sacred space here, right? No judgment, just divine assistance to help you navigate your sacred becoming. Cancer, sun, moon, and or rising with the Eight of Cups, Pisces energy, walking away. When we see the Eight of Cups, dearest Cancer, in traditional tarot, right? We see all the cups laid out and somebody just walking away in the distance under the pale moonlight. You catch what I'm putting down? You seen Batman? Right. Under the pale moonlight, right? But it's walking away from things that you have a deep, profound emotional attachment to. Some relationships and situations that recently came to an abrupt end out of nowhere. The T is there's a lot of conversations you didn't hear. There's a lot of things that you didn't see. And rather than lay all the cards on the table, pun intended, your guys decided to quickly push you out of that situation, right? Whatever you've been doing to figure out the why, and this ties into something that was said in the collective message, don't. You don't need to fish. You don't need to start stalk their socials. Can't even get that out, right? You've already put it out there. Why did such and such happen? That answer is going to fall into your lap if you let it. You don't have to do anything, dearest Cancer. The why is going to present itself if you are patient enough. It's just held up in divine timing, right? Whatever you've been pulled from, whatever you've been called to walk away from, dearest Cancer, do not look back. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. With this Libra energy and the Queen of Swords, it's not so much being cold or the Ice Queen or the Ice King. It's putting your word down unapologetically. Of course, hearing what people have to say, right? But going back to what was said in the collective message, letting your wants be known unapologetically, letting your desires be known unapologetically. And your person, people, are either going to step up or step to the side. So, what does fulfill you can find you. You have to get really comfortable, Leo, with those boundaries. And anybody, lover, friend, foe, coworker, whomever, that crosses them, deal with them accordingly, right? Don't do things just because, right? No more keeping peace. The T is haunted. Dearest Leo. Dearest Leo, there's a group of you who are dealing with individuals who are going to try to come back, especially around your birthday, right? Because your memory literally haunts you. But there's another group of you, Leos, that have your own demons that you kind of like stuck in the corner, put on timeout, stuffed in the closet, and said, I'm not dealing with this today. Well, you gotta deal with it someday, and your guys want you to deal with it now because that's standing between you and your peace, between you and manifesting those dreams into your reality. Whomever comes back because they can't get you off their mind, or you might have a Leo, right, for the collective that can't get you off their mind. It's because they feel guilty on how things ended and they want to make things right. Cool. Hear them out. Hear them out and move accordingly. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising. Gemini energy with the Eight of Swords, mental prison, overthinking a thing. Talk to somebody about those thoughts you're having, the confusion you're having. The situation that you're going through requires you to get help with somebody who gives good advice. Not your friends that like to party and drink and say money over, you know the rest, right? But somebody who can really help you sit with you and process those feelings you're having because you're going to stay stuck. And if you stay stuck, you're not going to see the blessings, you're not going to see the opportunities, and you won't be able to take the actions because you're in your head. See, even her eyes are closed, right? There's so much that she wants, kind of ready to receive what's coming. But if your eyes are closed and you're stuck in your head, you won't see all the goodness as the trucks blow by outside, right? That the universe is trying to bring to you, right? Some of you need to get into therapy. Some of you do need a soul session with me or another trusted mystic or spiritual advisor that can help you navigate this. Whatever you've been stuck on, whatever you haven't forgiven yourself for, I'm hearing, dearest Virgo, it's time to release it. Your tea for today is you're being bullied online or you're being watched. Oh, Virgo. It's feeling like mhm, something that was said to you in the digital space, or maybe even a text message that came through, really made you question your self worth. We just heard that right before you reach that land of milk and honey, the world, right? The dark forces, I should say, is going to throw everything at you to prevent you from crossing over, right? Entering the gates of your Garden of Eden, of your peace, right? Whatever comment was said that got you in your head, first of all, it ain't true. Second of all, it's time to process it out loud. Staying stuck in your head is going to keep you stuck in your head, and your guides really, really want you to start making peace with what was said, knowing that it isn't the truth, and reclaim your life. Dearest Virgo, Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Page of Cups. Expect the love message. Somebody, either you're dealing with a Libra collective or Libras can expect someone to come in with a heartfelt confession, and it feels very bubbly. It feels like someone who tries to get over you and realize there isn't any getting over you. This is someone who feels like they're going to do the right thing by you. Just make sure they fit with this new version of you because you've been going through changes, and it feels like Libra, you've been manifesting some beautiful, beautiful things. So, as much love as this person has for you, be very, very careful about how you let them return in your life. It feels like it's going to be good, though. Take what resonates and really look at your personal situation. If you are a Libra or dealing with a Libra, right? You have those Libra placements, or you're dealing with somebody that has Libra placements. Going back to Taurus energy. You could also be dealing with a Taurus because we specifically heard that someone's coming in to help, right? You're definitely going to have someone that's not only a helpmate, but someone who's coming to spoil you, Libra. As I say that with a huge smile, I'm seeing someone who wants to pull out all the stops. It could be a new person, it could be somebody from your past who's showing up in your new way. Pause. Hold on. Time out. Right? Did you like the live? Sometimes when you hear a new person is coming in, it is your old person who has elevated to a new level. Right? They're not doing the same things they were doing when you guys first met or when you guys broke up, right? They're not even that person anymore. Really, really think about who's coming back to your sleeper because it feels like you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how good things work out for you this time around. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising with this two of wands clearly, and it feels very part two ish of the message you received yesterday, Monday, right? The Two of Wands for me is the card of twin flame union, but it's also the card of walking into a wish fulfillment, walking through the doors of your next chapter, your next elevation. The T is whatever you had to release is going to pay off in spades. Who's ever crying over you, who's ever hurt that you are moving on, Scorpio, or if you dealt with a Scorpio you walked away from, keep, as the song goes, keep on moving, don't stop. No, keep on moving, right? As my candle just popped. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising. This is Judgment Day, right? Going through that period of resurrection. Hello, right? We always talk about the 40 days and the 40 nights and, going through this period of uncertainty, but we forget to mention, like, we really don't mention the 150 days, right? And the 40 days coming after that, right? That's the period leading into the 90 days before your birthday and the 90 days after being one's most transformative time. Whatever you had to release, dearest Sag, right? And this is like a broken clock. We know as a collective now, if we're called to release something, it's to make space for the things we're praying for, hoping for, wishing for. Expect a rebirth with this new moon season, right? Whatever you asked for this past Friday is coming in quicker than you can imagine. Just be careful talking about the people that you walked away from, or maybe you walked away from a Scorpio, right? Leave them in the past. They are watching. Let them. Let them. Don't be afraid to post. Don't be afraid of the evil eye. We heard from the collective message, right? You're protective. They need to see that you moved on. They need to see that you are not looking back and you're not sad or crying. Like don't post the love songs, right? Don't post the sad love songs. Don't even sit in that energy because if you sit in that energy, you're only going to get more situations that make you feel sad. No, start showing up as the person that has that wish fulfilled because they just told you it's about to happen. That stalker, that ex, some of you, it's a friend that you had to cut off, right? Because you found out they were up to no good, right? The one who's obsessed with you, lover or not, they need to see you thrive so that they can know firsthand that everything they do, they did to stop you from your happiness, your wish fulfillment, it didn't work. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising. This is why you were cautioned several times about your bibbity bobbity boo, about the route you're taking to manifest those dreams into your reality. And be very, very careful with your gifts, right? We say tipa tipa in Creole, right? Which means little by little. When you're building something, when you're doing something, right? You got to do it little by little. And the foundation, the beginning is the most critical part. You can't rush through it, or else it will cause everything else to tumble down. This tumbling down that you're experiencing, the falling apart that it looks like, is an opportunity to start over the right way. Okay? What looks like a loss is actually giving you the wherewithal, the character development to manifest those things that you truly want. Stay in the moment, right? Honor the moment for what it taught you, because you're not going to stay here very long, right? What looks like a life change was simply a delay for you to add some more things before you get to where you're going, right? Pick up some more things, some more skills, opportunities, the things you need to thrive in that next level you're being guided to. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising, Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, air energy, like you, right? Whatever delayed message that you've been waiting on is coming in, and it's coming in quickly. However, do not take action quickly, especially if you have placements in your career sector on your natal chart. You have Mars in the career center of your natal chart. What looks really good, it can be, but it could also be just something to get you back in the office, right? Be very careful. You two are being advised to be careful what you say yes to. Really sit with the information. And I feel like it's coming out for everybody to really sit with the information you're receiving, process it, and then make a decision. Do not make any knee jerk decisions because you feel pressure to. Do not ever, right? Regardless of your sign, make decisions under duress. Think about what you're getting yourself into before you say yes. Your tea, dearest Aquarius, for today, this fake smiles confirms, right? Really being careful of the offers that you are given because what looks good on the outside may not really be good, right? Going back to the All That Glitters card that came out in yesterday's reading. All that glitters isn't gold, and all that's gold doesn't necessarily glitter. Use your discernment, dearest Aquarius, right? So you are not bamboozled, right? You are not taken advantage of. You are not placed in a situation that doesn't fit your highest and your greatest good. Don't forget to like the live, guys. Pisces. Sun, moon, and or rising with the chisme. With this page of swords, you too have information coming in, and a lot of people are talking. A lot of people are talking. What have you gotten yourself into, dearest Pisces? And just because there's smoke doesn't mean there's fire. Some of you has someone celebrating over your recent demise, right? Especially if you have Capricorn placements and are going through some type of tower moment. Things are kind of falling apart, right? If you have Virgo placements in your head, somebody's having a field day. Your T is going back to when you were told to really process the betrayal you experienced recently and frenemies showing up. A lot of them are laughing at you, right? And Spirit says that with the utmost respect and ask you, like, Sagittarius, to let them. Let them. Folks who thought they got one over you or think that they have you right where they want you are going to be up for a rude awakening, right? Do not do anything drastic, right? Do not do anything crazy to balance your bank accounts. That abundance, that prosperity, that lucky break, that windfall is coming through and it's not tied to another person in the way that you're thinking of. And I think I know who this is for. This is very, very specific. Going back to the frenemies, going back to the fake friends. The problem that you're in right now is because of catering to the fake friends, the people who are literally just around you because of your status, because of your money. And now you don't have any. And you're like, but if I didn't do this and if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be in this predicament. Exactly. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors needed you to go through this firsthand, not just tell you about it or show you about it in dreams, but you experience it, right? For you to be inconvenienced to learn the lesson of who you can trust and who not to trust and what your purpose truly is. Chin up, Buttercup. Whatever was lost, right? Whatever legal situations that you're facing, it's going to work out for your highest and greatest good. This is what had to happen, right? You had to be knocked on your ASSS for you to finally see that your source, your abundance, your prosperity doesn't come from man, it comes from the Most High. People who do not honor that spiritual mm, gift within you, that you feel like you have to tuck it in, shouldn't be benefiting from what you get from the Most High. Your job is to help people remember their own spiritual gifts, their own spiritual abilities. Let them talk, right? You might even want to ward your name so that chisme, right? The gossip turns into blessings. Part ways from everybody that's been using you and everything that's been draining your energy. Learn the lesson, master the lesson, and don't do that again, right? Don't do it again. Let your guides handle the rest. That is the message for the collective. Let's see what you guys are chit-chatting about before we wrap things up. J Max, how are you? Hey now. Hey now. How are you? Right? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Zelene. I hope I got that right. Thank you for joining us. And you're welcome. You're always welcome. This is today's sunrise session. It is Wednesdays. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays. Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury, right? Communicate. Say what you want, right? For those of you who are in desperate situations, petition Saint Expedite, right? A few of you in the Soul Tribe have been working with him lately, right? Petition St. Jude, right? Lean on your ancestors that want your highest good to help you navigate the sticky situations. Also to help you like have those conversations when you're meditating, Taurus, right? Everybody, when you're meditating, this job is presenting da 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 da. What should I do? This person has said da 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 da. What should I do? Right? You don't even have to say it out loud, but once you put it out there in your mind's eye that you are looking for guidance, the guidance will come. You'll either hop in the car and you'll put on your Spotify, hit shuffle, and the first song will give you your answer. This is why we're always using songs, right? Because the answers in the music. Sometimes the angel numbers can get confusing because they're so open to interpretation. But the lyrics, like the moving on, don't stop, no, right? The lyrics will always guide you. I don't know why these two came out, but we'll find out to where you need to be, right? On a side note, mystery message for somebody because these literally, I tapped it ever so lightly, but these two slid down. Any third party situations, any karmic standing between you and your happily ever after, right? Anybody trying to rob you or rob your person of of their peace, that is coming to an end. And the offenders are going to be dealt with to the fullest and harshest extent of the law. Enjoy your day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. I'm tired. We'll talk though. We'll talk. J Max. For the rest of you beautiful souls, enjoy your day, right? It's gonna be another scorcher here in New York. Um, but of course we always use that energy, right? We always lean into the energy because as above, so below. Enjoy your day. Make it clear what you want. Speak it into the universe. Speak it into your water and watch how quickly it becomes your reality. Stay blessed.